Hello everyone, and welcome back to Soren Review. And today we're going to be doing a race review for the playoff Texas race. Now, what an exciting race. If you would have told me that this Texas race would be pretty insane, I don't know if I would have believed you. I think I was entering this race kind of thinking, all right, we're going to have probably some wrecks, maybe a few changes for the lead, a probably dominating performance, and we're gonna leave here with a close, tight points battle. We had a dominating win, and we have a tight, close points battle. However, it did not go the way I expected, except for Kyle Larson, of course, winning the race. I think that's very predictable at this point, especially at a track like Texas, where he's been so dominant at these 1.5 mile tracks. This is now his third win at a 1.5 mile track. So let's go through the race first. We had a total of 11 cautions, a good portion of them being at the end of the race. However, we started out the race, pretty, regular, some, calmness. We restarted after the comp caution, and we had a huge wreck. According to NBC, this is the largest Texas wreck, most cars collected in a single wreck at Texas Motor Speedway. 13, I think 14 cars were collected. Um, a lot of the cars running like 18th and back were collected. So a lot of cars. It started with Bubba Wallace, who before the comp caution was actually running, pretty well, top 15. He was running though, and he on the restart coming out of two tried to make it three wide. Um, between Kozlowski and Kurt Busch, and got loose and spun out and caused the track to be blocked. It was just an aggressive move overall by Bubba Wallace. I don't think you could really put the blame on lack of talent, just too aggressive. And the car got loose. Collected Chastain, Stenhouse, Bowman, Priest, Bubba Wallace, Joey Gase, Cody Ware, Haley Newman, Almirola, Custer, and McDowell. Those were just cars, some cars with damage, some cars out of the race. I think it took out of the race a total of 8 cars. So definitely a rather large amount. We restarted the race though. Stage one, pretty good. Ended the stage. Stage winner was Kyle Busch. Stage one actually was a little weird. We had some fuel strategy due to some cars pitting at the end of that big wreck of the caution. When the caution came out, some cars pitted, were able to save. There was some fuel mileage, and that allowed for Kyle Busch to steal the stage from the dominating Kyle Larson. Only caution during stage two was debris caution, restarted. Stage was won by Kyle Larson. We then had another debris caution after. Uh, we had some drama as well, like with some cars bumping, banging. Chase Elliott, I know, had a loose wheel at one point, had to come down and pit. I think that was during stage two. Uh, However, that restarted, and 20 laps went by, and we had it was during commercial break actually. Logano and Martin Truex were battling, and I'd actually looked away at this point because I was doing something really quick, and I looked back, and Logano's slow, and the caution's out, and I thought something he had wrecked, and turns out he had blown an engine. So Joey Logano blew an engine. Don't see that very often in the Cup Series. Um, Last time that happened in the Cup Series was Kurt Busch last year at Kansas, and for Joey Logano, 2014 at Pocono was the last time that happened. So ended Logano's day early. We restarted, and on the very first lap in turn one, Chris Buescher uh, had Kyle Busch on his inside. Kyle Busch had made it three wide, got to his inside, and Chris Buescher cleared himself, made an amazing save on the apron, but Anthony Alfredo got kind of he had to check up and got plowed by Chase Briscoe. Alfredo spun heavy hit, similar to his wreck in 2019 in the Truck Series. Restarted that again, and after that, uh, what happened? I'm trying to recall. I remember that debris caution after stage two was Chase Briscoe. Uh, Forgot to mention this. Chase Briscoe was having a top 10 run and made an aggressive move on the outside of Denny Hamlin, spun out, brought some debris. Hamlin had damage later, but was able to get it repaired. Then on the restart, Hamlin and Blaney were bumping, and Denny Hamlin um, had a tire rub. He later spun out. This was after the Alfredo caution. He spun out and brought out the caution. We restarted again. And then after that, Martin Truex Jr. and Daniel Suarez crashed. Suarez running his line. Truex cleared himself in front of him, took himself out. Major playoff implications for Martin Truex. Restarted again and had another wreck. This time, I think Chris Buescher kind of ran up the track and put Briscoe on the wall, if I'm not mistaken. Briscoe spun and actually collected Denny Hamlin. Heavy damage for Hamlin. However, Denny Hamlin actually recovered to an 11th place finish, so that's very good. We restarted. Finish was actually pretty anticlimactic. Everyone kind of stayed behind and allowed for Kyle Larson to win. So let's go through the finishers really quick. Larson, Byron. Byron was really the only car I think that could compete with Kyle Larson today. So, you know, pretty good for William Byron. Christopher Bell third. Wasn't really the fastest car, but was able to get up there and have a good run. Brad Keselowski top five, like I said, kind of worked his way up there through the cautions. Kevin Harvick started the day off really bad, recovers for a fifth place finish. Ryan Blaney not as fast. They were dominating as I expected, but still a good run. Chase Elliott seventh. Kyle Busch eighth, Tyler Reddick ninth. Definitely was a top five car. Restarts definitely hurt him, but definitely was a top five car for sure. And Daniel Suarez comes in for the fourth top 10 of his season and the fourth top 10 of the season for Trackhouse Racing. So a good job for that team. Other notables, Denny Hamlin comes home for an 11th place finish. Other playoff drivers, Martin Truex Jr. comes home for a 25th place finish, and he did DNF, and Joey Logano comes home with a 30th place finish. Now, referring to the points, currently Kyle Larson is in to the championship race at Phoenix, which I'm so happy because I did not want a repeat of last year, considering that Larson at one point in the round of 12 could have been out. So glad at least Larson's making it. Blaney up plus 17. Good run for Blaney. I expected him to make it to the next round of the playoffs. So hopefully he can do that. Denny Hamlin plus 9. Crazy day for Denny Hamlin. Still plus 9 though. And Kyle Busch plus 8. I think right now, if we see no wrecks at Kansas for any of the playoff drivers, kind of all solid top 15 runs for all of them, I think the points will probably stay the same. However, it's Kansas. We have seen wrecks and stuff happen before. However, I think the top four right now are going to remain that. I think it's going to be Larson, Blaney, Hamlin, Kyle Busch, the way the points are. And entering this round, I felt it was going to end up. Chase Elliott is -8, so definitely got some work to make up. However, I think he can do that, especially at Martinsville. Brad Keselowski -15, going to be difficult. I mean, he has won at Kansas with this package before, but I don't know. It's going to be close. Martin Truex Jr. -22. He's almost in a must-win situation. Uh, for him to not be in a must-win situation, he's got to have really good points days at both Kansas and Martinsville. And Joey Logano -43. He was already in a deficit entering this round, and he exits with an even bigger deficit. Joey Logano is in a must-win situation. I think he can, even though he won last week at Kansas, he was terrible in the spring, never ran inside the top 15. I think Martinsville is going to have to be how Joey Logano gets into the round of 4. Overall, I thought today's race was pretty solid. This package is still terrible. However, when it comes down to these caution-filled, last 30 laps, and you have restart after restart, this package tends to shine. And like we said, for ever, this package is good after 10-15 laps, and then it's abysmal. So I don't know. As I don't know why. There's no point in complaining. I thought it was an all right race for a Texas race. Definitely exceeded my expectations. But that's gonna do it for this video. Remember, you can use code Soren72 to get free shipping on all orders, $20 or more when you order from Circle B Diecast. That's code Soren72. Also, follow me on Twitter if you want, @ReviewSoren. Thank you so much for watching, everyone, and goodbye.